Not the sort of fear that would show in her eyes, the sort of fear that would paralyze or leave her on edge. It is hardly noticeable at all, and yet I can tell. Her fear is that of resignation. The sort of fear where one simply waits for what one believes inevitable. Whatever it is she thinks, I will do it to her. She is not afraid that I will be jealous. She knows it, and is simply waiting for the consequences. Oh my. That's interesting. I cannot be jealous of a woman like that. I feel for her. I want her to feel welcome. I want to give her the hopes she clearly lost back. It is not out of jealousy that I say. I earnestly want her to understand how lucky she is. When last I saw her, I took her aside and said, "Please, you do not have to fear me. If you ever wish to talk to me, please do find me." She said nothing, but she did smile a little. I have seen her smile before, but only in a hollow way, where the mouth moves but no emotions stir in the eyes. This was not that kind. I can hardly say that the twinkle in her eyes meant, but I at least don't think it was recognition. I do hope she talks to me soon, for her own sake. Oh my. What do you have to say, Mute? So, you want to talk about Queen Ryo Shanghai? Oh, sure. She was kind of more than just my queen. It's what you could have explained, because I have to explain my own position to be for that to make sense. Oh, we went over this, didn't we? Yeah, we went over this. We went over this, Mute. We went over this. Mute, we went over this. Just done. When my husband asked what I thought of the idea of making him taking a new life, I presented him with the weakest of smiles, but said that I thought it was a good idea if he thought so. That I would be happy if a younger woman were to relieve me of the pressure of bringing him a son. I have no doubt that this is the answer he wanted me to give, with a conceiving enough expression to go along with it. If there is no one I am confident in, it is my ability to read exactly what my husband wants to hear. Having heard that the girl is considering that he is considering is only 13 years of age, however, it is certain that I have no confidence in any other thing. He'll take her in a few years, right when she's reached marriage age. She will be at the peak of her beauty and won't have matured too much. Doubtlessly, unlike me, she will have no problem delivering the son he needs. Perhaps jealousy is unbecoming of me, but it is pragmatic too. When we were young, his affections for me were so strong. But now that we are both old, how could I possibly compete with a young bride? Oh my. So, you want to know about Hyun, huh? She was kind of more than a queen. We've heard this, Mute. Yeah, we've heard this. Heard this. You keep repeating yourself. Jesus. Alright. For a second I thought that we had already read that, but seems like she was repeating herself. Block 4. Pack of idiots. Oh yeah. We read this with HYUN-AE. Do you have anything to say about this? That isn't what Smith Sung-Yu was like at all. His death was tragedy, and for a lesser man to make light of it. It's appalling is what it is. Can you believe his nerve? Oh, you seem pretty angry about this. Fine, Sung-Young never married, and he liked to drink, maybe a little more than was good for him. But he was a great man. Clever, charming, failure, unrespectful. Look, he wasn't perfect. He was as damn close as you could get, though. Oh, okay. Do you want to know what he was like? Don't listen to a single word of the likes of King Sum. He's a more fitting description. You seem to really like this guy, Mute. I've added some logs that actually do him justice. You should really read them. Okay. Let's see. Contempt. We went over this with HYUN-AE as well, so let's see if you have anything to say. She was an awfully good friend of mine. We chatted a lot. You have to understand that she might not have been a very good wife. It's absolutely not her fault. It's like what I reported to my mistress, Reo Jianhua. None of the problems in her marriage were her own fault. She was just the wife of a lousy man. Plain and simple. Mostly she tried to do the best she could. She was a really great woman, so please don't look down on her, okay? Oh, sure, no problem. No probs. No probs. This was, what was this from? Oh, Jin-sun. Oh, okay, never mind. By example. Anything to say on this? Oh, yes. Him. Would you like to hear how I feel about the Smith Kung-sum? Yeah, sure. Then let me be as clear as I possibly can. Fuck. Ooh, my, fuck that guy. Language, Mute, language. I know I shouldn't say that about a man, not least of all a dead one, but I don't care. He didn't have any respect for the dead either. So as far as I'm concerned, he didn't deserve any from me. There's only one thing related to him that you need to see, and it's not even him. It's a letter to his father from someone who actually did matter. All he ever did was complain about the main branch and trash the good name of the good man. That's all you need to know. Alright, okay, let's go. Morning dress. Ooh. Normally my conversations with Mute are of a rather frivolous nature. Gossip in the affairs of some of the more important noble houses. Oh my, Mute. You were a gossip? Holy cow. As well as her trying to bait whatever she was able to get out of me. While I think such a flow of information is valuable, so I might pass news to my husband that he might not otherwise hear, I would not consider her attitude to have any resemblance to seriousness. Previously, I had assumed that this was simply impossible due to her nature. While I do not really understand how, despite her explanations, anyone could live inside a computer screen, she says that she is an artificial person. I had assumed that perhaps her absence of a soul prevented her from feeling serious emotions. I see, it being AI. Her being an AI. Ordinarily, she wears incredibly bold, colorful clothing, and her golden hair obscurely well adorned. Yeah, I can see that. For the past month, however, she has been uncharacteristically humble, wearing unappealing brown dress with her hair undecorated. That doesn't sound like Mute at all. My curiosity got the better of me at last. Please, I wondered, why are you so attired? Is it... It is unlike you, I asked. She gave me an odd look. Huh? She asked. It's a morning dress. Oh my. That much was obvious, and not particularly the thrust of my questions. Did you tell me you were thousands of years old, and that you have no family? For what reasons are you wearing mourning? She gave me an annoyed look. Look. Friend of mine died, okay? No, I don't have a family. It's always been just me, but this guy was a really good friend, and he definitely deserves that kind of respect. Oh, that must have been that guy that drunk himself to death. She said, we were super close. Ooh. Do you wish to tell me about him, I asked?